Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to A Golden Wake. We're now working for Merrick, and it seems there's been a little bit of a time skip because we're in a new building. Things seem to be going very well for our character. And now we've got to head out and speak to somebody, but before we go, I just want to see if we can speak with any... No, they're all busy, okay. Busy? Can we speak to Miss Rogers?
Could I bother you a moment, Miss Rogers?
Maybe we can.
No bother, Mr. Banks. What can I do for you?
New job.
So, how are you liking your new job?
Oh, it's wonderful. I finally feel useful around here.
To be fair, being Merrick's secretary wasn't exactly a useless position.
True, but I think I can bring a lot more to this company doing promotional art rather than just taking calls.
Okay, Coral Gables.
The Coral Gables project seems to be going pretty well, wouldn't you say?
It sure does. If this office is any indication, we'll be doing extremely well in the next few years.
Have you happened to hear anything about what's next?
I think Mr. Merrick is still concentrating on getting lots sold. After that, who knows? Although I did overhear someone saying something about a pool.
Pool?
No idea what they meant by it, though.
I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you.
Alright, well, we can't go through there. We can't go that way, so I guess we just head for the exit. Ooh, look at this place. Double doors. This is fancy. Mr. Merrick's office, okay. Maybe we'll go through there in a minute. We've got Mr. Wilson. It's Mr. Wilson, Mr. Merrick's new secretary. Can we talk to Mr. Wilson?
Got a moment, Wilson?
Yep.
Of course, Banks. What can I do for you?
Let's ask about himself.
What's that you're working on?
Oh, I'm just getting a few reports transcribed for Mr. Merrick.
Reports?
Yeah, you know, the reports you all have to do after making a sale or interviewing a potential client. The ones you're required to do.
I'm guessing we don't.
Oh, sure, those, of course.
Yeah, we do those, of course.
Things around here seem to be shaping up pretty nicely, wouldn't you say?
They certainly seem to be, Banks. They certainly seem to be.
See you around.
Does anyone else get the feeling this is all going slightly too well? It seems like the dialogue is hinting that, doesn't it? Who's this? Doc Dammers. Oh yeah, Doc Dammers, your colleague and George's right-hand man. He's the only person in the office who has you beaten sales. Something about seeing him behind a desk just seems a bit off. Like seeing a lion stuck in a cage. Let's talk to him.
Hey, Doc.
Howdy, Banks.
Coral Gables.
Everything going well for the development?
Not well, no.
Oh.
Things are going gangbusters.
Ah, okay.
We're expanding every day and getting ever closer to the big project.
Big project?
Oh, don't you worry. That will be revealed very soon.
Okay, not sure how to feel about that.
How are things going for you?
Not bad, not bad. Although, being cooped up in this office is starting to get to me. I'm itching to get back out into the field again. Oh, which reminds me. Are you doing anything later today? I could use your help with something.
Help?
I should have a little time available. What sort of help did you have in mind?
I'm going to be conducting a demonstration for some prospective buyers, and I need a volunteer. But in order to
Okay.
keep things under control, I can't just pick any old egg. I need a plan.
Right.
So you want me to be your volunteer?
If you'd be so kind. I'll have my cart set up in a field near the corner of Granada and Bird. Drop by this afternoon and I'll give you more details.
Better hit the bricks.
Righto.
Alright, fine. Alright, shall we go through to Merrick? Whoa!
Alfie, good to see you. Please come in.
Look at this place.
How do you like the new office?
It's a bit crowded, but much nicer looking than the one downtown.
The success of Coral Gables isn't going to be about money or sales. It's about aesthetics.
Well, you've certainly gone above and beyond in that department, sir.
There's no need to be so formal. We're all a big family here. Please call me George.
Fair enough. What was it you wanted to see me about, George?
Ah, yes, of course. I'm giving you a very special assignment. We've been doing fantastic with sales thus far, but I've decided to try a new approach.
Right.
I'm calling the project State Days. Each week, we'll bring down a group of people by bus from a different state. But it won't just be enough to show them around. We need something more. A spectacle.
What kind of spectacle?
Ah, this is where you come in.
Of course.
I want you to ask around. See if you can find some sort of performer or show that will impress the crowds.
I really wouldn't know where to begin.
You're a resourceful young fellow. I'm sure you'll find something. Which reminds me.
Yes.
Here you are. The keys to your own company car.
Oh.
That should make getting around town much easier.
No fooling? My own car?
It's cheaper for us to have you drive yourself around rather than pay for taxi rides. You can drive, can't you?
Well, I admit it's been a while.
Just take care not to run into any ditches and you should be fine.
God.
Oh, and also, this telegram arrived for you this morning. I was going to send it along with my secretary, but you got here first. Now
Okay.
get to it. I've got a group from New York coming in 2 days, and I want some entertainment for them.
I'm on it.
So we've got to find an entertainer. Look at this. The ornate hexagonal bench looks as though it would be better suited to a sultan's harem than a real estate office. I mean, this place is fancy. It's doing well for
George?
itself.
Yes, Alfie?
Got anything else? Coral Gables.
How's everything coming along?
Wonderfully. Thank you for asking. Clearly, you can see progress by way of the new office, but we're also expanding to larger projects. I've got my head architect designing a luxury pool, and our largest project is in the initial phase.
What exactly is this mysterious project I keep hearing about?
Yeah.
It'll be announced soon. I just need to iron out some details. But it will be worth the wait, I can assure you.
I don't like that he's not telling us about it. The fact that we're working so closely with him and we seem to be so highly regarded in this company, the fact he won't tell us any details and that Doc knows makes me feel a little bit uneasy.
I'm having a bit of trouble thinking of a suitable spectacle for you.
Put yourself in the shoes of the tourists. Remember that what we're selling here is not land. It isn't just a piece of ground on which to put a house. What we are really selling is romance. The stars and the moon, the tropics, the wind off the blue waters, and the perfume of flowers that never grew in northern climes. You need to find something that will excite them even more than that.
Okay,
That's all for now.
not sure where to begin on that. He gave us something, didn't he? A telegram. You read the telegram, which has been sent from your brother Beauregard. Alfie, mother informed me of your success in Florida, have come to Miami to visit you. Oh, nice. Had no personal contact details, so sent message to your office. Meet me for lunch at Gables Diner on Aragon Avenue. Look forward to seeing you, Beau. You fold up the telegram and toss it away with mild annoyance. How like Beauregard to just show up when things are going well for you. Still, as he is your brother, you make a note to meet him for lunch, okay? Just typical sibling things there. How typical of him, but we'll meet him for lunch, that's fine. Alright, so I guess we head out. Oh my god. Sales office is certainly a step up from the tiny one on Flagler Street. You can say that again. Jeez. Look at this place. Is this our car? It's your very own company car. Although, to be fair, company jalopy would be a more apt description. I guess we go in the car. Oh, I love that the sound is, like, accurate. That's really cool. Whoa, look at it go. Gonna be a menace on the roads. Okay. So we've got the Miami Men's Club, we've got Damas's Demo, we've got Diner, and we've got the sales office. I guess we go to like one of these. The Miami Men's Club, I don't know that we need to go there yet. We could do Damas's Demo, or we could go to the Diner. Should we go to the Diner and meet our brother?
There he is.
Why not?
Beauregard, how nice to see you.
Oh, why so formal, Alfred? Aren't you glad to see your brother?
Of course, I just wish I'd had a bit more of a warning is all.
Oh, come on. Who needs warnings with family? Anyway, let's have a seat. I was about to chew my own arm off waiting for you.
So is our brother nice, or is he a bit of a knob? I'm guessing probably the latter.
So, tell me what you've been up to.
Tell about your success, talk about assignment, ask how he's been. Let's ask how he's been first.
Why don't you tell me what you've been up to?
Not too much, really. I've kind of been in a rut, to tell the truth. I feel like I could use a change.
Why don't you go to work for the company?
Morris is still peeved at what happened with you. He hasn't been very receptive.
That wasn't us.
Oh. Look, about that.
You don't have to explain yourself, Alfie. I know you couldn't possibly have done what he says you did.
Yeah, we didn't.
Whatever really happened, you're better off having left that place.
Thank you, Beau. I appreciate your support.
Let's tell about our success.
I've been doing fairly well, to be honest. I managed to get hired by George Merrick my first day down here.
Well, ain't that just the berries? That your heap out there?
Yes, I was given a company car this morning.
Hate to imagine what company it's been keeping.
What's that supposed to mean?
Yeah.
I just figured a high-profile guy like Merrick could afford something nicer, is all.
I mean, talk about the assignment.
I'm working on an assignment at the moment.
Oh yeah? What?
I've been put in charge of finding a spectacle to sell lots to people coming in from out of town.
No kidding. Sounds like fun.
It's not fun, it's work.
Yeah,
So, who's to say work can't be fun?
that's true.
You've never worked a day in your life, Beau. How would you know?
Are you gonna start with that baloney again?
Fair point. Anyhow, I have yet to find anything suitable.
Well, if it helps, I overheard that guy over there talking about how his wife was a wing walker or something. Might be something worth looking into.
Huh.
You know, it just might. Thank you, Bo.
Interesting, alright.
It's been great catching up with you, Bo, but I really should get going. How long are you planning on being in town for?
Well, actually, I was considering moving down here too.
Great.
Really? You're gonna leave Mother alone?
She'll be fine. She's got plenty of friends in the neighborhood. Besides, it's gotten to the point where I'm feeling like more of a burden than a help.
And she's actually letting little baby Bo come down here on his own?
Knock it off, will ya? She doesn't mind it so much knowing you're here. Anyway, I'll be here if you get any more time off today.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Alright, so he's going to hang around here then. So he said the people over here were like, maybe like a lead? It's a black and white photograph of what looks to be some city up north. Perhaps the owner of the diner feels homesick. Same thing and same thing. Plain wooden door leads to the restrooms. You have no need to use the restroom. Got no business going into the kitchen. Okay, so the woman at the counter is waiting for her food. The man at the counter seems to be waiting for his food order. So, was it the woman, he said?
Pardon the interruption, folks.
Huh? Oh, what can I do for you?
Oh, just let's introduce ourselves.
Pleasure to meet you, sir. And madam, my name is Alfred Banks, but please call me Alfie.
How do you do, Alfie? The name's Richard Burns, but everyone calls me Curly.
Huh.
Over there's my wife, Mabel Cody.
Pleasure's all mine, Mr. Banks.
Are you folks from down here originally?
Nah, we're just traveling around with our act.
Your act?
Sure, ain't you heard of Mabel Cody's Flying Circus?
Well, I mean, that could be something for entertainment, right?
I'm afraid I haven't. Please, tell me about it.
Why, it's the most exciting and daring show you'll see all year. We got a biplane which flies unbelievably low to the ground, and Mabel walks across the wings.
Oh.
We've been touring all across the state, impressing crowds in the hundreds.
Sounds exciting. Are you for hire?
Always. Who's interested?
Nice.
Have you ever heard of George Merrick?
The guy who's developing this area? Sure.
Well, he's in need of a spectacle to entertain crowds he's planning on bringing in from out of state. I think your flying circus would fit the bill perfectly.
Sounds good. But don't forget about our little issues, Colonel.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Is there a problem?
A couple, actually.
Oh, of course.
But really, they're more minor setbacks than problems.
Let's hear it.
Our pilot just quit to get married, so we haven't got anyone to fly our plane. Then there's the plane itself, which got a bit damaged during the last show. And of course, the small issue of requiring payment in advance.
Right.
But we could still talk business. These are just minor setbacks that can be easily resolved, I'm sure.
I mean, they don't sound minor because it sounds like your act doesn't have a pilot, a plane, or any money, so...
You say you haven't got a pilot?
Well, at the moment, no. Like I said, our guy quit last week.
I heard there's a pretty good pilot in town, but we haven't been able to get a hold of him.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, the Flynn or something like that.
Flynn?
If we could get him on board, that would be just ducky.
Okay, so we're obviously going to have to hire a pilot, fix the plane, and then give them money, so...
What's wrong with your plane?
Nothing too serious. It's being worked on right now. The mechanic said it should be ready by next week.
I don't know if Mr. Merrick wants to wait that long. Where's the plane now? Maybe I can see about speeding up the process.
It's over at the airfield near Granada Boulevard.
Okay.
About your payment.
Of course, of course. Our fee is $50 up front. That gets you a full show, which lasts 30 minutes.
I'm afraid I haven't got that kind of money on
No,
me.
no.
I'll have to ask Mr. Merrick about it.
Sure, not a problem. Just let us know when you've got the dough.
Okay.
I appreciate your time.
No sweat, pal.
So we're going to have to speak to Merrick to get the money. And then we're going to have to find this pilot and all the other bits and pieces. So the airfield's over here. We could go to the airfield. We've got the demo. I feel like the demo and this are two different things. So I kind of want to stick to doing one at a time, if that makes sense. I don't really want to like start these bits for Merrick's job and then jump into Dammers' job and like cross wires. I find it easier just to do things in a linear sense. So let's go to the airfield. We'll see about this, this busted up plane, I suppose. Are we? Yeah, we're back in control. Okay, judging from the enormous letters painted on the side, this appears to be Mabel Cody's biplane. Oddly enough, it seems her name has been misspelled. You notice that there is a considerable chunk missing from the plane's rudder. Fantastic. There's a mechanic. Mechanic looks like he's just a kid. He can't possibly be a day over 20. Alright, well, I guess we're going to have to figure out what to do here. Any tools? Yeah, there is. The mechanic's toolbox lays open next to the biplane. Inside are an assorted number of wrenches, screwdrivers, and other tools you aren't familiar with. Okay, so I guess we can maybe do something with that, and that's about all we can look at here. So, I'll tell you what, guys, we're out of time, so we'll speak to the mechanic, I guess, in the next one and go about trying to do all these little steps to get these performers. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne, Nate, Terminally Nerdy, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paulione, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCon555, Chrissy, Paul James, and Zoltes, and I'll see you next time.